Hi there, I'm Vex Allen and I'm going to teach you a tapping technique that you can use on your own to help clear your anxiety. You can use this technique for anything. It's one of my favourite techniques for using with EFT. But today I'm just going to focus on anxiety and how we can clear anxiety. Now the difference with this technique is that we're actually going to hone in on the energy that you are feeling, the specific energy that you are feeling on an emotion. So it's not a script of words that you're going to follow and copy after me. We're actually going to create a setup statement really specific for you and what you're experiencing with your anxiety. And when you learn this, it means that you can use this for anything, anytime, anywhere. So I really wanted to share this with you. So what I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes, take a nice deep breath in, and I want you to just think about something that makes you anxious. If you suffer with anxiety, this won't be hard. Just think about something that creates anxiety. Don't go for your worst nightmare, but just think about something that evokes some anxiety in you. Just close your eyes and really feel into that feeling. Think about what that is, what the situation is. Maybe it's speaking in front of people or speaking your truth. Where in your body do you feel that anxiety? Is it in your chest? I often feel it in my chest. Is it in the pit of your stomach? It could be anywhere in your body. Whereabouts do you just take note where you're feeling that anxiety? Now, still feeling into that area, if there was a colour on that energy, what would the colour be? First colour that comes to mind. Don't overthink it. This is listening to your subconscious. So the first colour that comes to mind. So now you know where in your body it is. We've got a colour on it. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a texture on it. Now, if that energy had a texture, what would that texture be? For me, mine feels like a ball, sort of like the size of maybe a netball, it's quite a good sized ball of yellow in my chest. It could be fluffy, it could be wispy, it could be anything, chewing gum, any texture where you're feeling your anxiety in your body. Now, still feeling into this energy, last question, if there was an emotion on that energy, what would that emotion be? Could be anything. I know we're talking about anxiety, and it very well just may be anxiety, but it also might be anger, it might be sadness, it could be anything. So feeling into that energy, what is the first emotion that comes to mind? Really let your subconscious give you the answers here. So now we know where in the body it is. We know what the colour is, what the texture is, and we've got an emotion. Now these are the bits of information we need to make our own setup statement. So the setup statement always starts with even though, as a lot of you will know, even though. So what I want you to do is I want you to repeat after me, but add in your colour, your texture, and your emotion. So just change it up with what I'm going to say my one, and you change up, adjust it for your experience. So even though I've got this yellow ball of fear in my chest, you say yours, even though I've got this, whatever your colour is, your texture, where it is, in my chest. I completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though I've got this yellow ball of fear in my chest, I can choose to let this go now. It's safe for me to let this go. Then we're going to tap through the points. Top of the head. This yellow ball of fear in my chest. Eyebrow point. This yellow ball of fear in my chest. All this fear in my chest. This yellow ball of fear in my chest. I don't know why it's there. Maybe you do. If you do, you can say why you know, but often we don't know why it's there, especially with anxiety. But it's safe for me to let this go now. I can choose to let this go. Under the collarbone. All this fear, all this yellow fear in my chest. Under the arm, the bra strap there. All this yellow fear in my chest. And we're going to do one on the wrist there, just tap over the wrist. All this yellow fear. Choosing to let it go now. Then we're going to tap on the sides of our fingers, just on the side of the nail bed there. All this yellow fear. We're going to tap on each finger. Choosing to let it go. Releasing all this yellow fear from my chest. Releasing this fear from every cell in my body. All this fear. Letting it go. I always end up I finish up my rounds on the top of the head. Now take a nice deep breath in. Just check in with that feeling. Sometimes just one round of tapping will actually get you from, a 10 down to a 5 or even down to a 3. Sometimes when, the anxiety is really high, it just, you need to do more and more rounds just to get it down. The idea is to keep tapping, doing the rounds of tapping to get it down to, a 1 or a 0. And then, you're free from that feeling. It's a very easy little thing to do, and you can use it with anything. So I encourage you to have a go. Really practice this. I'll write just down in the comments there those the 3 things that you need to remember to put together your setup statement, and have a go. Really, really feel into that energy so you can clear your energy. If you have any questions, please ask.